Hello, today we're looking at surface area again, but this time we're going to focus on using some formulas to speed things up. So our goal for today is to learn 3 different formulas, one for each of the shapes that you see on the screen. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to find the surface area of these 3 shapes using a formula. If that interests you, stick around, let's learn how to do it. So we can use formulas to speed up the process of finding surface area for basic 3D objects. So let's look at a rectangular prism. Now, for a rectangular prism, the formula is going to be 2 times, and inside the bracket, A times B plus B times C plus A times C. Now, what does A, B, and C mean? A, B, and C are just the sides on the rectangular prism. It doesn't matter which one you label A, B, and C. I just label them left to right because I'm lazy. But if you just label the sides A, B, and C in any order, we can use this formula. If you look at the sides I've labeled A, B, and C, we're just going to replace those numbers into the formula. So, inside the bracket, it'll be 3 times 5 plus 5 times 4 plus 3 times 4, and at the end, we'll double the answer. So this ends up being 15 plus 20 plus 12 on the inside, which ends up being 47, and 2 times 47 is 94 centimeters squared. So, just by using this formula and labeling the sides A, B, and C, I can get the answer quite quickly, and so the surface area is going to be 94 centimeters squared. Now, we actually worked out this rectangular prism a few lessons ago, so if you have a look at all the sides here, the 30 plus the 40 plus the 24, it adds to 94 centimeters squared. So the formula does the exact same thing as you manually working out each side and doubling it. So the formula is just a faster way of doing all the previous steps we've done earlier. Okay, so for a triangular prism, it's going to be slightly different. So we've got a right angled triangular prism here, but this will still work for any triangular prism if you follow the formula. So the formula is going to be the surface area is the triangle perimeter, so it's the perimeter of the triangle times width, plus 2 times triangle area. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find the perimeter of this triangle, so add it all up, and then times it by the width of the triangular prism, and then add on 1 triangle area at the front and 1 triangle area at the back. So let's start working this out. So the perimeter is going to be 4 plus 3 plus 5. We're going to times that by 11, and then the area of the triangle, well, there's going to be 2 triangles, front and back, times half, times base, times height. So basically, we've got 1 triangle here, half times base times height. We times it by 2 because there's 1 at the front, at the back. And then we can start working out the perimeter times width. So, 4 plus 3 plus 5 is 12, times that by 11, and all of this simplifies to 12. We end up with 144 centimeters squared. So that is the surface area of the triangular prism. Again, this isn't a new question. This is a question we did a few lessons ago. And if we have a look, if we add the area of the front and the back, the area of the left, the area of the right, the area of the bottom, we still get the exact same answer. Okay, so for a cylinder, we know a cylinder is 2 circles plus a large rectangle around the outside. So the surface area is going to be 2 times pi times r squared. So that's 2 circles. So 1 circle here times by 2 plus 2 times pi times r times h. That's the outside rectangle. So that's the circumference there times the height of the rectangle. Now what we can do is, if you notice, both of these have a 2, both of these have a pi, both of these have an r. So we can factorize what is common to make a much simpler formula, which is this. 2 times pi times r plus h. So if you go 2 times pi times r times, and inside the bracket r plus h, you will get the exact same answer as all this working out. It's just a faster, shorter way to do it. Just please note this is a plus inside the bracket, not a times. So if I wanted to find the surface area of this very quickly, all I need to do is replace r here and replace h. So if I go 2 times pi times 4 times, in bracket, 4 plus 5, I'll get 226.1947. So in other words, 226.19 centimeters squared. And again, just checking my answer from previous lessons, if you found both circles on the top and the bottom, and then you found the outside rectangle, it will add to the exact same answer, 226.19. So if you want to use the formula to skip ahead, that's up to you. Okay, I've got 3 questions on the screen for you to try. So please pause the video, give each of these a go using the formulas I showed you, and hopefully you'll get the answer nice and quick. Okay, so for our first shape, it's a rectangular prism, so we label the sides A, B, and C, and then we remember the formula we learnt before. If we substitute those numbers into the formula, we'll get 200 plus 160 plus 80, which is 880 centimeters squared all up when we use the formula. The next one here, we're going to have to find the triangle perimeter. We're going to times it by the width and add 2 triangles at the end. So 13 plus 5 plus 13 would be the perimeter, timesing it by 25, and then we're adding 2 lots of half times 5 times 12. This ends up being 31 times 25 plus 60 at the end, which is 835 meters squared. For the cylinder on the right, we just use our cylinder formula that I showed you. We substitute the numbers in, 2 times pi times 3, and inside the bracket, 3 plus 6, and we end up with 169.65 centimeters squared. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully those formulas have been helpful for you. Just remember, write the formula, show you're working out, and then write your answer. So still include everything you can, but hopefully that will speed up the process for you. Have an awesome day.